You know, we all wish that every sale was smooth, easy, and hiccup-free. We also wish for $1 billion, but that never happens either. Now, buyer hesitation is about as predictable as the sunrise, my friends, but the good news is you have the power to help them through it. And on today's 5-Minute Sales Training, I'm going to turn it over to Senior Trainer Amy O'Connor, who's going to show you 3 ways to help your home buyer through hesitation.
Hi, Amy O'Connor here, and I have a question for you. Are your buyers hesitating? If the answer is yes, here's the good news. That's called normal buying behavior. And today I want to give you a few tips on how to handle buyer hesitation in this market.
Oh, you hesitated.
What hesitate? I didn't hesitate.
No, something's up here. You hesitated.
I mean, perhaps we've just forgotten what good old-fashioned run-of-the-mill buyer hesitation looks like, because in 2020 to 2022, buyers were showing no hesitation at all. There was a frenzy of buying activity in new home sales, and urgency was everywhere. So what happened? The obvious answer is that interest rates doubled in combination with rising prices, and that is certainly part of the equation, but it's not the whole story. The other part of the story is social proof. See, people tend to do what other people like them tend to do.
Other people? What other people?
When everyone was buying, it felt safe to follow suit. When sales slowed down, people looked around and said, oh, if others are hesitating, I probably should too. So why do buyers hesitate? It is often because they are caught in what I like to call a fear spiral. Fear of the cost or the payment, fear of making a bad decision, fear of falling prices, fear of settling for something that they don't deem perfect. The good news is, buyer hesitation is natural and it's normal. I mean, think about your last big purchase. Did you buy immediately or did you pump the brakes a little bit to think it through? If the purchase was made recently, my bet is that you gave it a little extra thought. Just because buyer hesitation is normal, it doesn't mean we can't help minimize it for the buyer. What is the opposite of hesitation? Confidence. If my buyer is confident, then they move through the purchase decision quickly and with ease. Buyer confidence comes from confidence in 2 places: the market and you. In 2020 to 2022, the market was providing all the confidence buyers needed to purchase. Buyer hesitation was squashed because hesitation meant missing out. A delay of even a day might have meant a huge price increase or the loss of the home altogether. Now that confidence in the market has waned, buyers are looking elsewhere for confidence. They're looking to you. And this is where you shine. This is where you earn your money. So how do we build buyer confidence to combat buyer hesitation? Well, there's really 3 techniques that you can use for this. Number 1, confidence building compliments. Now, I'm not talking about lame compliments like your shoes. Although I kind of do hope you like my shoes.
I really like your shoes.
Really?
No, listen, I'm talking about compliments that make the buyer feel smart and self-assured. In other words, confidence. So what do confidence-building compliments sound like? Well, they sound something like, listen, I just have to tell you, kudos for doing so much research before you started looking for a new home. You'd be shocked how many people come in completely uneducated on the process. You are way ahead of most buyers. Or, nicely done on getting your finances in order before you came in. You know exactly what you can afford, and now you're free to fall in love with the right home. Very smart. Number 2, balance out their buying formula. We know that people buy when their current dissatisfaction times their future promise outweighs their cost and fear. Another way to say this is that buyers buy when their motivators outweigh their inhibitors. Most salespeople attempt to balance this formula by reducing the buyer's cost and fear. They talk about things like getting creative financing, hello, arms are back, or giving helpful solutions like skipping the Starbucks line to save money. Nobody wants to do that. Or maybe you could take in a boarder to help share the cost. I don't know, maybe Uncle Eddie's available.
It's a good-looking vehicle, ain't it?
Yeah, it's so nice parked in the driveway.
But the best salespeople know that our superpower is maximizing buyer motivators. Bringing buyer current dissatisfaction to the surface and having the buyer realize that staying in that home just is not a good option for them. And building the buyer's future promise by showing them how great their new life will be in the new home you are selling. Maximizing the motivators will then naturally outweigh the buyer's cost and fear. Number 3, make it a no-brainer. At Short Consulting, we talk about the concept of easy equals right. When things feel easy, they also feel right. So how can you make purchasing easy for your buyers? Well, some ideas include taking charge of the process. Don't leave your buyer to fumble through it alone. Provide thoughtful follow-up that reconnects the buyer to their motivators in your home. Provide an easy-to-purchase script that sounds a little something like, listen, buying a home with us is really easy. We just need to do 3 things. 1, find the right home for you. 2, pick a home site that fits your needs. And 3, have a quick conversation to make sure that the home you love meets your financial goals. That's it. Super easy. Let's get started. So there's 3 strategies to help you overcome buyer hesitation. Let me know which one you'll implement right away. You can write it down in the comments below.
Thanks, Amy, and thank you for watching. Next week's episode will be our last episode of 2023, and you're not going to want to miss it. I'm going to talk to you about planning for success in 2024. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you don't miss that. But until next time, learn more to earn more.